Have you ever heard of a plague that made people dance themselves to death? It sounds like something out of a fairy tale, but in 1518 in the city of Strasbourg, it was a terrifying reality. This is the story of the dancing plague, one of history's most bizarre and unsettling mysteries. It all started in July with a single woman, Frau Troffea. She stepped out of her house and began to dance. Not a joyful dance, but a frantic, relentless jig. She danced for days with no rest, her face a mask of exhaustion. Within a week, dozens more had joined her, their bodies moving uncontrollably in the city streets. By August, the number had swelled to over 400 people. The city authorities were baffled. Were they possessed? Was it a strange new disease? They consulted doctors who declared it was a case of hot blood. Their bizarre prescription? The afflicted should dance it out. So they cleared open-air markets, built a stage, and even hired musicians to keep the dancers moving. It was a macabre festival, a public spectacle of suffering. The results were catastrophic. The constant frenzied movement took a deadly toll. People began collapsing from heart attacks, strokes, and sheer exhaustion. Some reports claim as many as 15 people died each day at the peak of the plague. The city square, once a place of commerce, had become a dance floor of death. The music intended to cure only seemed to fuel the hysteria. So what caused this strange phenomenon? To this day, no one knows for sure. One theory points to ergot, a toxic mold that grows on rye bread. Ingesting it can cause severe muscle spasms and hallucinations, which might explain the uncontrolled dancing. However, ergot poisoning usually also leads to other severe symptoms that weren't reported, and it's unlikely it would make hundreds of people dance in such a coordinated, prolonged way. Another more widely accepted theory points to mass psychogenic illness, or mass hysteria. The people of Strasbourg in 1518 were under immense stress. They had just endured famine, disease, and extreme poverty. This collective psychological distress could have manifested physically. In a society steeped in superstition, the belief that one could be cursed to dance to death might have been enough to trigger a real physical response on a massive scale. It was a shared delusion, a desperate dance against a backdrop of despair. The dancing plague of 1518 eventually subsided, leaving behind a city in shock and a mystery that endures centuries later. It serves as a haunting reminder of the powerful and sometimes terrifying connection between the mind and the body. A time when a dance was not a celebration of life, but a frantic march towards death. What do you think caused this bizarre event? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this dive into a weird piece of history, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.